So just a couple of days ago, we all witnessed Bob Iger lying through his teeth to the general public and to everyone else around the globe about how Disney is performing very well and how he has no concerns about anything moving onwards related to Disney Plus and their upcoming movies related to Star Wars, Marvel, and more, and how he is initiating this cost containment plan by spending less and making less. In other words, they're not doing too well because of what has been happening with Elemental, Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, which by the way shuts down in September, Indiana Jones 5, The Little Mermaid, and can we mention Snow White 2024? Probably the biggest bombs of all, most likely, even more so than the Marvels. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. And let's get right into the subject, shall we? Now, about the Marvels real quick, we do know that the board is resting all of Bob Iger's success and his status as CEO on that film. If that film comes to bomb, they want him out as CEO by January of 2024, as well if Wish fails at the box office, as well as The Haunted Mansion. Those are the three big ones that the board is looking at for to become a success or a failure, determining whether or not to get rid of Iger. That's their overall outlook right now, regardless of how his contract is extended until 2026. Chapek did the same exact thing back in June of 2022 for 3 more years, and he's not here as well. So, anyways, what's interesting about all of this is that with Disney currently panicking with their top and main competitor right now, that being Paramount, Skydance, and Tom Cruise himself, one major development surrounding Bob Iger's plan to actually end Tom Cruise and destroy the success by Paramount and even Skydance at the box office battles of films, since he announced Mission Impossible movies will never end, is that they are moving along rapidly with the development of their own spy film series by Disney that is going to be similar in nature of Mission Impossible with an ensemble cast. Now, of course, that is going to be very near similar. The plan is to kickstart these movies by 2025 or 26, with an official announcement most likely later this year, the latest to begin competing against Mission Impossible films by Paramount. However, Iger and the board did make this plan during their latest emergency meetings just a couple of days ago. They also have a backup plan if this comes to fail prematurely, as they are now trying to buy out Tom Cruise to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe for their upcoming Marvel slate of movies. This is said to be Disney's premature plan before moving forward with the spy film series entirely, is to get Tom Cruise on board of their Marvel movies, and it has been a discussion between themselves and Cruise's agent. The guys, let me just pause here quick. The thing about this that is so cowardly is that Disney knows that they're in a terrible position right now after Cruise admitted that, yeah, these Mission Impossible movies, they're not stopping as long as I'm going to be alive. Ethan Hunt may retire, but these movies are not going to end. They want to keep them moving forward, alright? They basically want to make them almost like the James Bond of action films, except different in style, obviously. That's what they want to treat it like. Each story, though linear, is going to have an amazing new feat that has never been seen before, with a new stunt, with a new conflict, stuff like that. And you know what? These Mission Impossible movies, they have so much, potential at just improving more and more as they go along. It's not like Fast and Furious, where it's just mindless action that just absolutely makes no sense and has grown very tiresome among the masses, including myself. That's why Fast X bombed, by the way, at the box office, and why Vin Diesel was having a big meltdown over that. But here, Bob Iger is trying to buy out Tom Cruise to have him come on board of the MCU so that they don't even have to pursue this, spy film series. And that so far is not looking good right now for Disney, as the agent of Tom Cruise has not really been communicating with them directly, nor is Tom Cruise interested, apparently. Now, on top of the list here, what's interesting is that, however, it's unclear if Tom has shown specific interest, this could match up with the rumor of evil Iron Man lining up with the MCU. However, that also is very unclear. Regardless, Disney is trying to get Cruise involved in the MCU to reduce competition. However, Cruise does not seem to be biting the bait, as he wants to focus on his MI movies, a third Top Gun, which by the way is in the early talks, as well as SpaceX movies, where Cruise will be going into space to top things off the list of his stunts. And by the way, guys, yes, that is real. He wants to create a SpaceX film with the opportunity to make more, where he actually has a movie based literally in space. He's gonna go up there. That's what Tom Cruise wants to do. A man who risks his life for a movie is a lot more, worth your while than a Disney movie. There's no doubt about that. Now, Disney Board is said to be getting so desperate after the failure of Indy 5's box office and how it is leading to reduced budgets for all Star Wars projects moving onwards, which is concerning to Star Wars fans looking for quality material on Disney Plus and or in theaters. Cruise and Paramount are said to have nothing against Disney, however, surprisingly as it may seem, but Disney holds an issue with them as competitors. So that's very, childish behavior if you think about it, because Paramount, they play things so cool. They just are doing their own thing. Skydance is doing their own thing with Tom Cruise. They're all working together, and they're not even thinking about competition. You know why? Because they are focused on originality. And when you're focused on being original, you don't care about competition. You know when you care about competition? When you're copying others. And that's exactly what Disney is doing in this case, is that they want, basically, what Tom Cruise's success is going through right now. We know that, Disney is really trying to emulate that now with this spy film series. I don't believe it's going to take off. We are supposedly getting an announcement, most likely at D23, if not then, the first earnings call of 2024 within that first quarter. So we might be getting it in the first couple of months next year at the latest of this new spy film series, starting off with one movie with the opportunity to grow into becoming a major franchise, essentially. So Bob Iger is really just losing his mind here, and the fact that he would resort that low to trying to buy out Tom Cruise, and how the board is too resorting that low to trying to get him involved in the MCU to not even deal with his competition, is absolutely pathetic and embarrassing for Disney as a company. It just goes to show you that Bob Iger was indeed truly lying the other day about how he has no concerns about Disney's future. He did admit that there is a dip of interest in their products and their films and everything related to it in that sense, but he said it's more or less of in the middle. We don't have a spike of interest, we don't have a dip of interest, but we're just in a dip that's in like a flatline scenario. In other words, people are tuning out Bob Iger. I mean, it's the truth. People are tired of the games, people are tired of the nonsense, especially after Indy 5, and especially with the upcoming Marvels and Snow White. It's not looking good at all. So, anyways guys, I'm really intrigued to hear your take on this all below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.